welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos today. So I just want to address one thing in the background is this is not wonky behind me. I always look at it when I edit these videos and I'm like, God, my desk looks really wonky. What I think it is, I mean, obviously if there's any like, pro people out there who can, debunk this theory for me, I think it's because I'm sat face on to you, whereas the desk, I guess, is sat more face on this way. So I think because obviously I've got a desk right here so I can't move the camera straight on, I think that's why. So just to clarify, I haven't got a wonky house. It just always bugs me when I edit. Anyway, not the point. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me for another one of my videos. Today I want to talk to you all about finding clarity. So this was a request on one of my videos and I thought, oh yes, I like this idea. Because we all want to find clarity in our life, whether that's through our intuition, whether that's clarity on our purpose, whether that's just clarity on our manifestations. There are so many different aspects to finding clarity in our lives and how we can do so. So let's talk about finding clarity with intuition first of all. So if you're tuning into your intuition or you're having messages or downloads or meditations or dreams, whatever it may be, even signs or synchronicities from the universe, how you can kind of gain clarity and how I see clarity in that sense is almost like having that confirmation that what you're hearing, seeing, feeling is correct and you're not just going crazy. So what I would always suggest to do in terms of clarity with your intuition is to really tune in of what feels like ego and what feels like intuition. So I've done a whole video on this if you obviously want to learn, a full in-depth guide of the differences. But what I would say the main differences is that ego is very kind of dramatic, very high-low pitch, the pitch changes, very drawn out messages and normally pretty negative. So that's when you can kind of tell it's your ego. If you're kind of tuning in and asking a question and then you're getting like two answers, that's how you can tell which one's ego. And how you can tell it's your intuition, it's a very calming, profound, short, sweet message. So when your intuition is speaking to you, it's normally very short, snappy, calm, all one kind of tone, and normally positive. Even if it's not the answer you want, it will feel loving, it will feel nice, it will feel comforting, whereas ego can sometimes feel fearful and like scaremongering as such. So that's how I would kind of, listen or advise like listening to your intuition and tuning into what is ego and what is intuition. If you're receiving signs or maybe you've kind of got a question in life and you're not sure what direction to go in, whether you go this way, that way, whatever, or what path to follow as such, asking for signs and synchronicities, again I have a whole video on that, is a really good way to get clear and get clarity on that as such. So if you are like, I don't know whether to go this way or that way, I don't know whether it's the right or wrong thing to do, ask for a sign. Our angel team are there, the universe is there, our spirit team are there, all to guide us and support us through this journey. So say if I meant to do this universe, and this is what I have done, if I meant to do this universe, either send me X for yes or X for no. So whatever you choose, just choose the first most random thing that comes into your head. Mine's normally animals, so just I've asked for like a yellow butterfly before, like a pink giraffe, like, do you know what I mean? Like really random shit. So if I was to see it, I would be like, okay, that is like 100% a hell yes. And also that's a really good way to determine whether you should do something or not. Is it a hell yes? Because if it's not, it's probably a hell no. If you're kind of debating it still and it doesn't feel like a yes, then I would say probably you're swaying towards a no. Like always sit with things. That's what I do. If I'm still unsure, if I've like pulled some oracle cards or had to download and I'm still not sure of what to do, I'll sit with it for a while to just sit with how it feels, ask later on, or just see how I feel throughout the day. And if I'm still like not sure, then I'll wait or like not do anything until I've got that kind of intuition of like, yes, move forward, yes, do this as such. So always ask yourself, is it a hell yes? If it's not, then it's probably a hell no. When you've asked for your signs, obviously let it go. That's the most important thing. Don't go out looking for these bloody signs because that's not how the universe works. And that's not putting your trust in the universe or that your sign is going to be brought to you. So get on with your day, relax, and you will see one of those signs. And you know, when I've done this before, I've only ever seen one of the signs. I've never seen both. So it was like a very, very clear indication to me of what I needed to do and what direction I needed to kind of go in. So that's what I would kind of suggest for intuitive clarity. Is to, like, you know, ask for things. And, you know, when I've received one of the signs before, I have said, okay, universe, like, I'm not quite believing that yet. I think I may have just, like, do you know what I mean, forced it. Show me another sign which I can literally, like, not freaking deny. And I always see it and then I'm like, okay, yep, I get the message. So you can absolutely ask for like a clarification sign. You know, obviously if you're asking for it like 100 times, I think the angels in the universe will be like, girl, okay, we've sent you 100 white butterflies, can you just stop, okay? So, you know, just be mindful, like once or twice is fine, but like if you'll keep on asking for it, that's more working on your belief rather than your clarity as such. Okay, so clarity in terms of purpose. You know, if you're trying to find your purpose, I have done a really good blog post on how to find your purpose, and I'm sure I've done a YouTube video. I'm certain, I'm not 100% certain. I always like tend to mirror content, so I forget, like I've done a podcast and I've done a thing, but have I done a video? So there's something on purpose in my catalogue of content, but in order to kind of gain clarity on what you want to do, it's to really explore it. A lot of the times when we're lacking clarity, either in business, in our purpose, is because we've not really put a lot of thought into it, or we've not put energy into it as such. You know, the reason why I say to people, you've got to get clear on what you want is because the universe can't bring you what you want unless you freaking know what you want. So you've got to really take that time out to explore options, to explore ideas you have, intuition that you have, inspiration that you have, to really get a vibe of, is this for me? Do I want to go down this path? Like, is this something I want to pursue? You know, weigh up your options essentially. And the best way to do this is especially what I advise for business coaching clients, so they come to me and kind of want clarity of how their business looks, or clarity of, you know, what their niche is, or whatever, you know, clarity in terms of that sense. I always say, you know, do a vision board for this. So you can do a vision board for personal life, you can do an overall vision board, absolutely. I've got an overall one, and then I've got a business vision board. So do a vision board, whether it's for business, whether it's for personal life, whatever you kind of want your clarity in. And, you know, put your name in the middle, put your business name in the middle, and stalk off into all the different options, ideas, inspiration, or paths that you kind of want to explore. You can do this with photos, you can do this with words, whatever feels good to you. Normally I find this sort of thing works better with words, but that absolutely doesn't mean you can't use photos. But please, please, please do this practically. Write this down, because I see people making Pinterest boards, but please, please, please make sure to actually physically do this, because I had a really good conversation with one of my clients about this. She wanted to do a Pinterest one. I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but I said, think about it. How much energy are you actually gonna put into that? Do you know what I mean? Like, if we think about it energetically wise, I do believe there is a lot of great energy around writing things down, you know, making time to physically do these things. So I was like, you know, how often are you going to look at that vision board? How personal is that going to feel? And she agreed. So I definitely would suggest doing it practically, like whether it's on a big bit of paper, a notebook, whatever feels good for you. You know, stalk off into all the different areas and write down what that life would look like to you. You know, if it's business, for instance, you know, what would, you know, writing a book look like to you? What would launching a podcast look like to you? Or launching products, whatever your business may be, you know, stalk off into all the ideas and all the things you want to do, and like write down and get clear on what it is you would want from that. So how many hours a week you'd want to work, how much money you'd want to earn from it, where you would work, who you would work with. And sometimes I think the clarity is not that we don't have the clarity, it's just we haven't actually sat down and given our brains or intuition time to have the download of what the clarity is as such. I know we can ask for clarity at any given time. You know, our angels, our spirit team, the universe is always there to support, you know, so you can ask for clarity. You can say, angels, you know, please help to bring clarity into this business idea or into this kind of life decision, you know, help to guide me to what's for my highest good, you know. an affirmation like that can really help, and you will get it. You will always get it. So asking your spirit team for support is absolutely a great way of clarity. Doing a vision board is really good, and once you've done that vision board, keep it, you know, whether you store it with your other vision board or whether you just kind of tuck it away, absolutely up to you. Absolutely up to you. It's not really an exercise of looking at it every day to manifest it. It's more of a case of actually getting clear on what you want, giving yourself the time to sit down and explore these options. And once you explore the options, you then have a real picture of what these options look like, what your life would look like, and whether you want to do that. So you can then make that decision of, is this what I want? Hell yeah, this is what I want. And when you do that, you're then putting that clarity out to the universe. So, you know, when people are like, oh, I don't really know how much money to ask for, I don't really know how much money to manifest. Well, how much do you want? Like, you obviously want money, but what do you want the money for? Think about what you want to spend that money on and work out how much that thing costs. And that's how much money you want to manifest. So break it down into what the end goal looks like for you in business, in life, in decisions, in manifestations. What does the end goal look like? And then break it down, like I said, in terms of money. How much does that thing cost? Because that's what you're going to want to get clear on and manifest. If it's business, or you want to find your niche, your dream client, or clarity in terms of what you're doing or direction, then what's the goals? What's the dreams? What do you feel intuitively drawn to? And explore those options, because clarity is always there at any given time. We just have to be open enough to receive it. We have to be focused enough to receive it. And a lot of the times I see just people just don't sit down and give themselves or put their energy into that practice as such of the vision board to allow the clarity to come through, or for allow them to be truthful with themselves of what they want. Is this really my purpose? Is this my goals? Or is this something I feel I should be doing because other people are doing it? So it's important to be truthful to yourself, absolutely, of, is this my goal? Is this my ambition and my purpose? Does this feel aligned to me? Or do I just want to do this because other people are doing it? And it's important to witness that and obviously align with what does feel good to you, because energetically, like, that's where you're being led to. So you should absolutely follow that if that's where your intuition is leading you, not what you think you should be doing or what society is doing. So I hope this video has helped you guys with some short, sweet tips on how to find clarity in different areas of your life. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And if you're wanting clarity in terms of manifestation and accountability, I have done a video, and obviously the link is down below, to my free weekly manifesting worksheet. It's completely free, and it's just a really great A4 PDF which you can print out or use on your iPad or whatever, to just keep you accountable and keep you manifesting successfully each week. So have a look at that if you think that would help you as well in terms of clarity. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week whatever you are up to, and I will see you in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love guys.